been a little while since my last Tyranny stream. I did check something. Let's see. Voice check. Okay, why is there no sound? Okay. Okay, I had Twitch muted. Okay, you can hear me pretty well over the music, I think. Alright, I'm gonna start my game. I'll continue my game. What the hell? I am not hosting that guy. Why the fuck I say I'm hosting him? Okay. Hurry up and load. Come on. Don't get all day. Okay, now what was I doing? Upon finding us languishing on the ground, the faint miner wondered, what new madness has the voices devised today? We're drawing maps in the sand and seeking the counsel of insects. You wouldn't believe the things they tell us about the Song of War. What can you tell me about Lethian's crossing? Skip through this. Okay. Okay. Trying to figure everything out here. Oh, wait, where the hell am I supposed to be going? I guess it's time for me to leave. Wait, Blood Center can't. I think I already visited all these places. See something? Okay, why is it not picking up the game? No, it is picking up the game. I don't know what I'm thinking. Been a few days since I played. I'm trying to figure out where the hell I need to go next. Get ready to talk to her.
At your service, Fate. What do you need?
Care to duel?
That would be an understatement, and I thought you'd never ask. Since you're obviously at a huge disadvantage, I'll let you pick our weapon of choice.
How about bows? Let's play target practice.
If you want to risk becoming a pincushion, it's your funeral.
You take turns losing blunted arrows, using each other as moving targets. First is an accomplished runner and swats a few projectiles and get close at the hero. When her turn arrives, it takes all your energy to keep up with her relentless volley of projectiles. You observe her technique and take a valuable lesson to heart.
You held your own. Call me impressed.
Okay, talk to
You
him.
look as if you have something on your mind. What can I do for you?
Good day, Fatebinder. What do you need?
What do you think, Etsy? Loyalty. Not mad yet. Do you know anything about what's going on in the tiers? I know a great deal about what's going on, considering I'm the root cause of at least half of it. How long have you been here? Since the beginning of the application. Kairos wanted me out of sight, but still in use, so I was given to Narat. He used me to gather father for the chorus. What do you think I got tune on? He makes me uncomfortable. There's nothing behind that mask. It's dark and empty. What do you mean? Everyone has a presence. It's how my magic works. I reach into them and convince their presence to do what I want. He has no presence. When I reached into him, there was nothing. It was bleak. I never want to feel that again. You have to reach into someone's mind to control them. How did you influence entire armies to do what you want? I can't influence an army, but I can persuade them to feel the way I want them to. If I want to get someone to do a specific thing for me, I have to get inside their head, and that requires a lot more effort. No one can keep me out. But if they're aware of what I'm doing, I can't force them to do anything, at least not with this thing on my head. I want to know about Kairos. How did you come to work for her? After my father betrayed me and got my mother killed. I was taken by Kairos' men. I honestly don't know where we went, other than it seemed to take forever to get there. Then I was put in school. It was a wonderful and horrible time. I learned how to control and maximize my power, but they underestimated my abilities. Or overestimated theirs. I think it was more the latter than the former. They unleashed my true power. Did they believe I wouldn't try to run with it? They tried to train and mold me. And that's it, they succeeded. They also tried to brainwash and break me. And that they failed spectacularly. But I was punished for it. Why were you punished? They assumed my abilities were exaggerated. They were powerful mages who had spent years training their art. How could a little girl ever hope to rival their prowess? I grew tired of their condensation. I hated them for treating me like a child. Their rules, their discipline, their training. They had killed my mother, and I would make them pay for it. One day, I got bored in class. The teacher's droning voice was putting me to sleep in the afternoon heat, so I thought I'd have a little fun. He was distracted and he let his defenses down. Heard you know his defenses were down. Yeah, I can just feel it. If someone is alert or aware of what's going on, it's a lot harder to get inside, and I know when they're vulnerable. I know how to take advantage of the opening and climb right in. Started humming, nothing that would attract his attention, of course. A lullaby my mother sang to me. Fitting, I thought. Invade this man's mind with a song taught to me by the woman they destroyed. You could tell I had gotten inside him when he slowed down ever so slightly. I started singing wordlessly, standing, working hand motions. They were completely unnecessary, but I had been trained to be a performer. Then I worked on my words. The window, I sang to him. Look, what's at the window? He turned, entranced, and stared outside, his mouth moving silently as he dreamed an answer to my question. What's out there? What could that be? I was elated. The fool had left himself alone and vulnerable. This 8-year-old had dominated his mind. He walked to the window. You made him jump, didn't you? Of course, I didn't mean for him to fall. He was looking out the window and reached up, as if to touch whatever he was looking at, and before I could stop him, he was gone. Looked like he was trying to catch something as he fell from sight. I won't say I'm sorry he died. He was a horrible man, but I didn't mean to do it. However, I was elated. The taste of power is intoxicating. I didn't get to taste it again for a long time. How were you punished? They wanted to cut my tongue. Even at 8, I didn't blame them. That's what I would have done, but Kyra said no, doing possibly the one kind act she ever did for me. Without the power of speech, I was essentially useless. So they muzzled me. They knew simply holding my mouth shut wasn't going to be sufficient, so they got creative, using sage magic to put my voices in stasis when I wasn't in class. I could go through the commotions of speech, but nothing came out. Oh, did they take pleasure in between classes? They gave me chores, they berated me, they beat me. I was their slave. The only reason I lived was Kairos' whim, but I was tortured by everyone else's. There were at least 2 teachers in my classes after the incident, and I was always accompanied by 2 guards, both of whom had been deafened so I couldn't affect them. I accidentally killed one man. They were acting like I destroyed a realm. What was life like with Kairos? For several years I was surrounded by people who would smile to my face and sneer when I turned away. They were supposed to be my mentors, my teachers, but all they did was resent me. They taught me to refine and control my voice. My power became more directed, more powerful, more subtle. I no longer needed to specifically say what I wanted people to do. Just think what I wanted, how I felt it. And the weaker the mind, the faster they would respond. It still required me to sing, at the very least make music with my voice. But I could say one thing, but mean something else entirely, and the magic worked. Everything was done for Kairos' edification. To ask for signs of her power. I was used to bring them about. People praised my name, the extent that it was allowed. But the focus of adoration ever truly pointed toward me was quickly stifled. I didn't see much of Kairos. She was busy taking care of her affairs, but I was never allowed to forget by whose power I was allowed to exist. I was paraded around like a new jewel. Since I had real power, it took a while for the luster to fade. But when I tarnished, I corroded through. When I stopped being a pleasant distraction, I was passed off to Narat to be forgotten. How long did you work for her? 5 years. 2 years of dedicated training, 2 years of training interspersed with travel, performing miracles in Kairos' name. Then a year being his pet. What do you think of Kairos? Honestly, I didn't really think of him at all at first. If I wasn't getting any daily reminders that he owned me and that he had me killed any time he wanted, I would have completely forgotten he existed. Don't misunderstand me. I despise him. It's because of him I don't have a family. It's because of him my mother is dead. It's because of him I am here instead of anywhere else. But as a child, I was kept too busy to interact with him much. He called Kairos both him and her. Did I? How clumsy me. Must have been a slip of the tongue. Is Kairos a man or a woman? You really don't know, do you? That's fascinating. I assumed the Fate Binder would have been given an audience with him. Doesn't seem like she'd let you perform actions in his name without speaking to you. It's part of the mystique, isn't it? If your enemies don't know anything about you, how can they properly plan? So why would Kairos let anything out that he didn't want the world to know? Tell me, Siren. No, a lady has to keep some secrets. It's going to be mine. Feels good to have some power in this relationship. It's not going to matter once you defeat him anyway. She'll be gone. What can you tell me about the Scarlet Course? I now talk to another course member, and my entire life I'll consider it a success. I am thrilled to turn your attempted success into a constant failure. I'll try to talk to you more often. Oh, verse. Anything that helps me numb drowning sound a bit. You weren't a member of the course? Well, absolutely not. Let's see. We weren't powerful enough to force them to let me go, and they had the numbers to overwhelm me if I tried anything, so I did what I was told until you showed up. What was it like working with them? At first, I was treated as like a queen. I spent all my time recruiting. Let's be honest, the Scarlet Course isn't choosy, so it was easy to convince people to join. Toward the end, I actually started fearing for my life. With this thing in my head, I couldn't effectively control an entire army, so hobbling me was quite an intelligent thing for Kairos to do. If anyone had realized I couldn't hold all of them, I would have been in big trouble. Your little stunt in Vengeance Will couldn't have come at a better time. What do you think of them? I'd have my look at. Let's see. I thought my look of disgust kind of answered that question. They're a worthless, hopeless, disorganized bunch of savages who will soon tear themselves apart from the inside. What's your opinion on their methods? They randomly grab anyone, anything they can get their hands on, and hope they'll work. If they beat them enough, sounds like the makings of a fantastic army to me. I'm repulsed by them and everything they do. Narat is a disgusting excuse for a leader. I look forward to the day I can watch the life drain from his insane eyes. What do you think about this favored? I really don't know much about them, Fatebinder. I never got a chance to work with them, so I don't think there'll be much help on this topic. What do you think of Graven Ash? He seems capable enough. He's organized and truly seems to care about his men, contrary to practically everyone else I've met here. You seen him in action? Briefly, a few of the battles during Kairos' conquest, but Narat liked to keep me locked up tight, so I never got a good look at them fighting. You ever worked with them? Not directly. I have been used to inspire people occasionally, and the disfavored were in those groups, but if you're looking for anything more of merit for me on the disfavored, I am not going to be much use to you. What about the other groups in the tiers? The Stonestalker tribe. Not even worthy of my attention. A beast is a beast, and you can never make an animal be anything more than what it is. Local rebel groups. Venturing Guard. Well, tell me about the Unbroken. Never mentioned exposure to them. Ash was intent on dealing with that problem, so they didn't ask for my help. Tell me about the Bronze Brotherhood. They're not the most helpful people, but they seem like they want what's best for Lithian's crossing. Plus, it's a lot easier for me to recruit my own followers with them around. Didn't have to worry about anyone being taken by the Scarlet Course or killed by the favored. Mages Guilds. Generally, I don't like throwing in with other mages. I've not had a good experience with them in the past, so I keep my distance. And they're so demanding. Okay, let's skip through these, kind of read them fast. Okay, let's talk about something else, something else, something
What
else.
do you need? Are we trading in gossip now, Fatebinder? Or are you collecting information to use against us? What do you want to know about? The walking ring pile? Let's hope you never have to go anywhere unnoticed. There's nothing particularly wrong with him, I suppose, but he doesn't seem overly bright. I mean, what kind of idiot do you have to be if you can't even take off your armor? Maybe he's pretty, but wrapped in that getup, who can tell?
What was that you said? I couldn't quite hear you.
It's okay, Barrick. I didn't say anything about anyone important. I'll admit he can handle himself in a fight, but he could use a little more up here. She's got some power in there, that's for sure. And as long as I'm crippled, I will, begrudgingly mind you, admit she could probably win if we were pitted against each other. Though I suppose I should watch myself around her. You never know how people... I'm jealous of him. I've heard so much about the Vellum Citadel, and he actually got to see it before all the unpleasantness. Although not all sages are necessarily worthy of praise. Some are a little overly fond of excesses. That bitch? I'd walk her off the spire if I knew I could get away with it. I don't know why you even waste your time with her. Oh, don't give me that look, Verse. I'm not gonna pretend to like someone I don't. At least you know where I stand.
Trust me, you manipulative worm. The feeling is mutual. And I find it ironic that you find subterfuge low class, considering how you get inside people's minds and fuck them over. If I could get away with it, I'd put a blade inside that pretty little head of yours and twist until your mind was as scrambled as those you invade.
How vivid. She's rude, violent, base, impatient, and entirely... What do you need?
What do you think about the state of the world? What does this say? Kairos' two major leaders can't stop themselves or their armies from fighting like a bunch of children. Neither of them seem capable of dealing with the rebels that are taking them down, which as far as I'm concerned is how it should be. The less of the tiers infected by Kairos, the better. To eliminate the armies entirely, I would consider that true victory. Tell me what you know about the edicts. I think I would say would be a wild guess, that's why I'm with you. You seem to have a connection to the power of this land, far beyond anything an Archon is capable of. You're an Archon, you must know something about edicts. I think that wouldn't you? With all my training and education, Kairos left a very big void in it all, almost like it was intentional.
What do you need?
Goodbye. Okay, now where the hell am I going? Entrance well. Bit of Igus. Go to the canopy and speak to the voices in the rat. Speak to Seven Toes of Work. Oh, damn it, I need to go up here. Trial of the Archon. Okay. Beastman Pin. I don't know if I've been over there or not. I need to go over there. Just make sure I've been. You Seven Toes? Go talk to him. The hell wasn't he just over here? Hail, Fatebinder. The voices in the rat ordered me to answer any of your pestering questions, so I guess that's what I'm here to do. Not what I call a lieutenant's work, but I'm not here to question the voices. Clearly going places in the World 7. She take pride in that. First looks the lieutenant up and down with a reproving nod. She bows. Feels like a century since we ran together in Old Azure. You had more hair. I had all 10 toes. Better balance to boot. I always saw myself as more of a gang boss, but in the end I carved out this cozy little niche for myself. By the time the war is done, we'll be unrecognizable, either lining a mass grave or leading forces from the rear. Isn't that right, big boy? It's true that I no longer resemble myself. But under this armor, I'm still every bit the northerner who Ash recruited. Some things will never change. How do you and Verse know each other? She was my gang boss back when we were called the Spit of Darlings. Verse had just come off her other gang, the Bony Wastrels. All of them mauled or eaten by beasts in Azure. Of course, you're right. Those weren't easy days, but damned if we didn't walk away with our lives and a few stories to our name. Tell me about yourself. Started out like most Scarlet Course, rats, conscripted off a farm and armed with a pitchfork. Didn't take me long to warm up to the idea of Kairos' army. We had more freedom than the tiers ever allowed, and have never been opposed to joining the winning side. Didn't want to see the whole world from the front lines. War. So the first order of business was to kill my gang boss and take his place. Easily done. He was a louse. I ran with at least half a dozen gangs since the start of the conquest, and it funneled me all the way to the I'm not sure how to say that. It's not an easy life, but there's no lack of amusement to be had, and plenty of opportunities for advancement. If you're curious how I got this gig, you can check out the previous lieutenant over there. What do you think of the voices? He's the boss, he calls the shots and I follow. I don't ask a lot of questions. I'll say this much, you don't want to insult him, especially when he's going on about his art. He takes that sort of thing personally. Not that you could really tell under that great bronze helmet of his. Do you enjoy your work? I enjoy surviving, and right now the chorus is the only way to do it. This favor don't allow foreigners into the Legion, till the war is over and the tears under Kairos' heel. It's red or dead. I have questions about my first task. Go ahead. Again, doing the voice's bidding on foreign. He's not what you call a perfectionist. At least by our understanding of the word, but he likes to have his orders. Now, I should have went here first. I should have came here first, done all that, then I could have went to Leviathan's Crossing. Got the tier there. Tell me about the burning library. It used to be known as the Vellum Citadel. It's not a pretty sight since Kairos' edict of fire burned up the old sage fortress, made the treasure inside damn near unreachable to anyone. That won't stop the censor from trying. Still find reasons to fight for that flaming hole in the ground. There's something called the Silent Archive that the voices seems to think he can recover. Even if he pulled some books out of the Inferno. Can't think of anyone but him who could read them. Tell me about it. What I know. Hey, what do I know? Considering the place is a library, I guess we're talking about a book, or many books. You'll find a sage and beat it out of them if you're curious. What's about this about the edict? The sages refused to bend to the knee and give up the research. What's more, they defended the Vellum Citadel by raining fire on the heads of our armies. Enough was enough, so Kairos set the place to burn. They just must have laid some protection in the library, because it seems to burn without burning, you know. She stands there in flames, not turning to ash like it should. Who is the censor? One of the voices' gang bosses. She takes the duty of controlling information, as if the Archon couldn't do it himself. My guess, she wants to be the next Archon of Secrets, so she's positioning herself as the middle woman between the voices. Any words of wisdom he considers valuable. We'll see how long that lasts. Suppose I'm here for your convenience, then. Go on, then. Tell me about the crossing. For the conquest is a small trading post that you could pass by without regrets on the way to somewhere better. With scared folks running off with their possessions and rings, it's becoming something greater. A city, almost. Junon sent his forge-bound smiths there to work on their weapons on private. Between that and the refugees, Leviathan's Crossing has got more attention over the last 3 years, the last 3 centuries. Makes you wonder about the types of places that spread up on account of war. Tell me about the forge-bound. Restraining the limits of what I know here. I can tell you that the forge-bound take rocks from the underground and make weapons and armor. But that's it. If I could tell you more than that, I would likely be in Leviathan's Crossing swinging a hammer myself. Who leads them? Yeah. They have a master by the name of Zedinia. I only know the name because I heard the voices battling about it as he spun some plan or another. She's supposed to be a rare talent. I couldn't tell good iron from bad myself. Not much to tell. Mostly families live there, but some groups have share space and pile on top of each other for a place to rest their head. During the conquest, we relieved the pressure by swooping in and taking a few locals for the army, but it's getting to be chancy with the Civil War and all. Let me think about this. Won't take too long. Voices isn't known for his patience.
Sorry, I can't.
Damn it. Guess I'll go to the crossing first, since I wish I would have come here first, like I said. I guess I'll head to the crossing. You'll hit Leviathan's Crossing if you aim towards the Sunset Spire. Not even our dumbest gang can miss it, but you're already good at tracking down spires, aren't you? She winks. Watch yourself. The Bronze Brotherhood is our barney a lot, obsessed with the Bane. Here. Report back to the voices when you're done. Check in with the old man, Elin. He's said to be a useful fellow. Okay. I can level up. I have to level up my lore. Hmm. Still some expressions I need to figure out. Hmm. Okay, I guess I have to go in these four. And then figure some shit out. I can choose two things. Hmm. I'm gonna choose that for him. Leadership abilities. Let's see. Trying to figure out this. Oh, she's still needs points in hers. Trying to figure this shit out. Choose him. He only has two things. Damn it. Trying to see something. Hmm. Choose breaking the wall for him. Back to the crossing, which I wasted time to get to. I could have went to it now, after this, then got the damn tower, but no, went to the tower first. thank you for anyone who's watching. Sorry if this isn't more interesting. I'm gonna wait till I have to maybe try to come here. It's the crossing. Journeys are interrupted by the feral howls of hunting pack of beastmen. Their leader is an impressive specimen, her mane black as night and her body scarred from battle. Before you towers a massive creature of fur and flesh, her short black snout snuffling the air.
Know this scent. Stench of blood, sweat, battle, iron and death. Smells like alpha. Smells of strength. But is male.
Beast woman cocks her head to one side, eyes bright with curiosity and red as flesh blood. The eyes rove your body up and down, darkening with a sudden heat. With a look that of a predator bestows prey. Scratches at hairy teat, her spindly clawed fingers flicking over the jagged, pale scar that bisects it.
Have not forgot. Fatebinder stole pack. Claimed as alpha. Even though beast woman split prey's ribs, sliced arm, made spit teeth, struck fast, still lost pack.
Rox, I'm not here for your new pack.
Have been stalking human centrail. Have ranged many more than 5 nights through tribe and human territories of Tyr's land, hunting for human called Fatebinder, for human who woke Horizon Rock called Mountain Spire. Have hunted hot high, cold low, wet dry, traipsed far until paws bled, but always human who smelled of alpha evaded beast woman. Had to slink through shadows, fast, quick, without rest to catch delicious prey at last.
Glort, your markings must be from the Shadowhunter tribe.
Fatebinder knows tribes of beast women. Curious human. Male who smells of alpha and knows of Shadowhunter tribe. Best tribe. Lost tribe of kills in shadow.
Hey, I'm not looking for a conflict. I merely want to continue on my way.
Beast woman did not range so far, chasing scent and tracks of Fatebinder, only to step aside and watch human leave. Beast Nope. Will not move from way.
Explain yourself, Beast Woman. What is it you want?
Humans. No human called Fatebinder. Kairos breeds words on paper. Fatebinder binds words to earth and sky, makes ground tremble, makes night cry, blood and fire.
What would a Beast Woman know of Tunon's Fatebinders?
Human is not first Fatebinder. Kills in shadow has hunted. Tribes of Kairos fear Fatebinder. Human Alpha claimed Horizon Rock called Spire, and Archons did not kill Fatebinder. Archons rolled over and whined.
Okay, so maybe you've heard of me.
Kairos hunts human realms to extinction. Rules tribe of blood and ruin, starvation and death. Seeks to slaughter beast women like prey. But beast women are not prey. Are not flighty, feeble-minded humans. Beast women are savage hunters. Bred to fight Kirut, like Fatebinder who smells of alpha. Strong always kill weak, then grow weak. Not killed is migration of life. What kills in shadow is not weak now. Will not be weak for many long seasons. Will join Fatebinder and survive Kairos' tribe.
If you want to join me, it'll have to be as my beta.
Kills in shadow is not beta. But even alphas submit to stronger-willed primas. Many packs make a tribe. Is this not a thought humans also understand? Beast Woman will follow Fatebinder. Will not dominate. Unless Fatebinder begins to smell weak.
Fine, but you keep your nose to yourself. Beast Woman huffs and turns to address her pack.
Kills and Shadow will not shelter stone whelps anymore. Scamper, run, flee! Do not want to see shadows lurking, stalking behind. Barb cleft his leader now.
The pack hesitates, causing Kills and Shadows to emit a low, menacing howl.
Will not like if Kills and Shadow catches sight or scent of stone mongrels again.
Magnetic personality. Recruit every companion character in the game. I kind of want to take her now. Switch her out for Barrack.
Be seeing you, Fatebinder.
We'll wait for a short while. Human pines for Beast Woman. Yep.
Let's see. Check that. I'll take this. Go ahead and head here. Everybody head
Right.
here. Talk to her. Beast One squats on her haunches. Backbone and face tilted forward. She meticulously grooms between the long, calloused fingers of one paw. A mauve tongue leaves blood from her glistening claws. Let's see. She glances up, a jerky style movement as you approach, but there's no fear in her. Only a reaction, instinct, her readiness to strike.
Fatebinder wants Beast Woman?
Had any good hunts lately?
Good, yep. And many more than 5.
The beast woman flexes and curls her claw in the air, the pitch blackness of them suddenly striking, a stark reminder of her power, their ability to kill.
Waded up deep, murky stream near disfavored camp. Pawed in mud of bank, but did not leave tracks. Crept low and quiet to tent flap, scenting with tongue. Caught ironclads and dragged, squirming like hurt rabbits, into cold black depths of river.
Gain minor loyalty.
Disfavored cannot swim like Beast Woman, only can sink.
I'd like to spar with you.
Beast Woman gets to play fight with Alpha?
She immediately perks up, salivating, snarling happily. She rises on hind legs and swipes several practice swings to limber up. I'll be right back. She plays her dark claws wide and pins you with an eager, blood-throwing stare.
Come!
Before you clap, stepping a foot forward, the beast one surges for you without warning, without waiting, tackling you hard about the waist. The force of weight slams into you. Her muscled shoulder rammed into your gut, and you both tumble for the ground, and a tangle of limbs and hair and claws. I should have saved it. Headbutt her. You gain the loyalty with her. Hands gripping her hairy shoulders to steady yourself, you ram your forehead as hard as you can in her snarly, swarthy stout. Now, bone crunches inaudibly and Kills and Shadow howls, running back as blood bleeds down the front of her chin and throat. She gnashes her red-tinged fangs, pained, fierce, and looking for a moment as if she may very well tear your throat out. But then she licks the blood coating her lips and grins at you dangerously. Beast One likes fighting with Alpha. You're going to follow me. I would like to know more about you.
Am best hunter, am last of tribe who killed king vipers, Alarion, and thorn stags extinct. Am alpha, brood mother, can smell earthblood like mystic. What else does Alpha to Kills and Shadow long to know?
Kills and Shadows, that's an interesting name.
Best hunter is clever hunter. Stalk slow and soft,
How did you end up with the Stone Stalkers?
I am not Stone Stalker.
The beast woman snarls. She bristles, flexing her back and shoulders before settling back on her haunches.
Lost tribe. Left Haven lands. Migrated east. Was a long, long time. Hunted many humans. Killed. Raged like undying fire. And found pack of stone whelps. Caitiffs, outcasts of is true. Am shadow hunter from Haven lands. But am last after tribe was slain. Kills in shadow looked to stone lands. Stalking on long hunt for disfavored. But soon became needed by weak whelps. By
Don't take the strong way, but you seem like a born
who had
killer.
been slaves and had not learned how best to fight. Did not kill out of mother's womb. All whelps suckle first, learn later. Beast woman's first blood was in second season after birth.
It's just a reputation. Okay.
Lead conversation. Beast woman will
On your
follow.
opinion on something. The beast woman sits back on her haunches. She scratches under one hairy teeth, then the next, sniffling at the air. Snuffling, head bobbing lightly, her red eyes slide closed with contentment.
Fatebinder has good musk. Smells of bloodlust, of predator, of savage strong alpha. Is good to ask.
How do you
beast
assess our
woman for
progress?
advice on stealing territory of beast women lands. Lands humans call realms of tearsmen. No Fatebinder claim territory of Vendrian's well. Is good for pack. Good for Scarlet Chorus. Should killers in Fatebinder claimed Horizon Rock called Mountain Spire at Vendrian's well. Kairos rules own tribe and crushes threats to territory with attacks called edicts. Fatebinder should learn same mystic strength. Even Archons cannot win against edict. Yep. Our best attack we'll use to kill, survive.
How would you have us proceed?
Should help Scarlet Chorus pack. Do not like pack, but our biggest, wild, strong, smart, vicious alpha. Will be good weapon. Sharp.
Typical beast. You'd rather have someone enslave you and use you as grist under the wheel than do some work. Maybe you deserve the chorus.
The creature makes a compelling point, though I wonder if she understands all of the variables at play. The Voices of Nerat is a difficult Archon to follow under the best of circumstances. As likely to eat you as sing your praises.
May hunger for, but will not eat kills in shadow. Am not afraid of many-voiced Archon.
Agreed, the chorus is clearly the winning side, and I only side with winners.
Beast woman too. Alpha to kills in shadow is strong. Makes best choice to survive, kill, win. Is what beast woman likes about alpha.
What do you think of the others in our pack? Her eyes darken with cunning. She shifts her stance, hunkering low as to spring an attack. But rather than strike, she rakes claws fingers through her thick mane, thinking, assessing.
A brazen, callow, are not as savage, fast, keen as beast woman, but are not weak. Fatebinder whelped good, tough pack.
Thoughts on Barrack?
Beast woman does not like disfavored, but kills in shadow likes Barrack. Will not kill human yet. Want to hunt good and long, make bleed, scream, writhe, mangle before kill.
Her eyes gleam darkly, and then she puffs out a longing breath, mauve tongue, slick from salvation.
Human is tough like stone wall. Is hidden behind iron's shadow, where beast woman cannot smell or scout weakness. But is noisy, like crashing boar.
Thoughts on first?
Good hunter. Reeks of blood to death. Is savage swift like beast woman.
That's a higher compliment to the beast than to me, but I appreciate the thought.
What about Ebb?
Human brood mother. Mystic. Is strong, breathes in gusts like ocean gale.
Is that Siren?
Lead conversation. Beast
Had the
woman
best
will
deal with our
follow.
enemies and our allies. Best way with bloodshed,
Best
yeah?
way is with bloodshed, yeah. Fatebinder has many allies. More enemies.
Kairos and
Which
the
the Fatebinder
talk about those in the
unkills
tiers as you
shadow
seek to
on
defy
today.
Kairos.
Humans of these lands, of beast women lands. Humans called Tearsmen who struggle twist fight against Fatebinder's tribe. Which would Fatebinder have kills and shut? No pack was defeated by Kairos' tribe. Was small, easily hunted first time. Struggled, fought back to many humans live in beast women lands. Kills in shadow, no lying kith. Are not brood brothers, use bronze killing claws. Smell of tanned hide, blood, piss, and fire water.
This is an interesting.
Like black striped
Thank you for
jackals,
anyone who's still watching.
laughing, nimble, reckless. Fight for trinkets, not survival. Strongest humans in beast women lands. Earth blood must pump hot fast through veins. Are tenacious,
Do something
undefeated.
else.
Stand tough as mountains. Lead conversation.
Beastmen tribes.
Nope, nope.
Magical guilds.
Years in shadow does not understand human behavior towards mystics. Tribes should value, protect humans, fear and snivel, snap at own mystics. Until mystics become strong alphas like archons. Then humans maybe Fatebinder understands ways of human mystics better.
What do you know of the
Maybe
sages?
not. Strange pack. Dispersed. Sage humans know each other, but prefer lone wolf travel. Are clever, harder to hunt. Smell of coal ink and rotted trees. Leave beast women alone most times, so kills in shadow likes. Forge-bound are builders, not fighters. Are like slaves to own human pack. Work without rest. Are weak and submissive, but can mold hard gray ore like pressing paw prints into mud.
I mean, they're like slaves.
Forge-bound make better than iron, killing claws and hard pelts all day for kith of other pack.
Or gray
Why
ore.
give rock, ore, heart and skin of Tarotus. Smells like iron, but is different. Forge-bound mold gray ore to give tribes teeth and claws. Carve better, slice deeper than wood. Strong mystics, beast women mystics, use earth blood power to hunt, kill, eat prey. Not to be leashed, but
By others.
lead conversation.
We know the Earthshakers.
Beast woman will Earthshakers draw power from earth blood like stone stalker mystics, like beast women. Archaeans pack, yep, are strong, are disfavored, but are tearsmen. Smell more of stone lands, more of earth blood than disfavored, yep. If by dealings, Fatebinder means hunts and killings, then yep. Earthshakers crushed Shardnip tribe in South Stone lands. So kills in shadow slaughtered pack of Earthshakers in north near Howling Rock.
Earthblood. Do I even want to ask?
Beneath dry soil, wet earth blood beats, thrums. Fatebinder's ears
You sure
cannot
arcane
hear.
teachings?
Stonestalker cubs learn to lap same earth blood that Earthshakers do, but beast women methods are different. Both hunt with same mystic
But slashing
claws,
techniques
but
varies.
slashing lead conversation. Beast women mystics are rare, honored, powerful. Can hear and scent lifeblood in earth, air, sea, and shadows. Are strongest and smartest of beast women, of all creatures.
Would you happen to be one of those
Archons.
powerful beast woman mystics?
Brood mother was mystic. Kills in shadow, can hear song of shadows. But did not learn. Did not train for life of elder locked in cave. Wanted to be strong, but wanted to
Your
hunt,
mystics lost
fight,
themselves in
kill,
cave?
kill,
Why?
kill. Are free. Can roam, can hunt, but don't. Exist to make pack stronger, sometimes lead. Teach, protect. Many seasons carve knowledge into would not tell Fatebinder. Humans cannot read mark, not that Kills in Shadow has seen. Stone stalkers do not carve marks with claws, have no understanding of things that remain past death. Stone stalker knowledge.
I see.
Beast woman too.
What tribe has the
sees
strongest
many.
mystics?
Shadow hunters. At best mystics could seep into shadows. Fatebinder often has feelings for beast women. Cannot resist lure of best predator. Yep.
More powerful than Archons. Forgive me if I find that hard to believe.
Fatebinder thinks beast woman mystic cannot be called Archon. All beast women tribes know legend, no life of Thundermane. Slaughtered inlet. What is Archon if not merely name like Prima? Beast woman. Lead conversation.
Kind of about Kairos and the Archons. Let's pack well. What do you know that his favorite in Graven Ash?
Disfavored hunting slave beast women. Only predators to rival tribes. Dislike. Admire. Envy skill.
Want to stalk,
Want to
kill,
stalk,
slowly make scream.
and want to kill slowly. But disfavored do not yowl easily. Have taken killing teeth and throat, carving claws and gut, and survived. Alpha laves pain from pack, makes pack tougher. Deadly threat. Archon with many voices is vicious, cunning feral, good, desirable alpha. But pack is rank.
Contain to rotten meat.
A pack wails, bleeds from relentless infighting. Even bulwarks cannot wrestle whelps into control. Strong are few, and feud each other. Rest on.
Nerat is the cause of the rot in the chorus. That monster is part of it, not outside it. Nerat encourages the chaos and revels in the destruction.
The voices of Nerat is many things, and more than one woman has called that creature desirable. Ask yourself where any of them have gone.
Beast Woman thinks Fatebinder likes tumult of Scarlet Chorus. Beast Woman may not want to join, but understands draw of largest.
Wildest pack. What do you think of Tunon and his court of Fatebinders?
No Chorus and disfavored fear Fatebinders more than Chorus and disfavored fear each other. Means Fatebinders are better war makers, better blood spillers. Would like to fight other Fatebinders, test prowess of these feared killers. But Fatebinder bows to Tunon. Cannot fight within pack without answering to pack's bulwark. Archon called Bledded Mark. What now?
God damn it, Stormy. I don't hope that knock out the damn stream.
Am blessed of tribe. Lead conversation.
Let's play a game.
Like playing with prey or with pack. Would play sometimes with stone whelps. What, mate? Slaughter. Is easy. Pack mate chooses one of each. What, mate? Slaughter. If prey is chosen, pack joins ensuing hunt. If pack mate is chosen and both agree to game, then pack gets to watch.
Rut, mate, slaughter, eh? Well, does it have to be 3 different people? I rutted with my old gang boss, Fine Ass. Mated him for a time, and then I killed him. Of all my days running with the chorus, I think I enjoyed asking the most.
Wow. I appreciate being included in this little, well, I'm not really sure what to call this. It's not like any game I've ever played, but I'm gonna say nothing and pretend like I haven't heard a word anyone said. And then I'm gonna go sing myself a little amnesia.
How could Beast Woman choose any other? Would Rut ebb good and hot fast? Would mate Alpha and would slaughter, cut carve back to pieces, slowly, savoring while slicing flesh from.
To the crossing. It's okay. The thunder isn't going to hurt you. You're okay. My dog does not like the thunder. You're okay. She approached him. Don't know if I can afford to stay here. The region is too unstable and our business is suffering because of it. If I had to pay one more toll or hand over more guard money. Okay, I'm gonna take a small break and go over and pet my dog and try to get her to stay calm. Before we go, there isn't a single place in the tiers that's safe. Stop speaking when she sees. Fatebinder, you grace your presence. Who are you? Me, a Fatebinder? Simply a humble merchant, and certainly of no consequence. My assistant and I were just trying to determine where she would go next. Conducting business on Leviathan's Crossing has become a little too volatile for my liking. What seems to be the issue here? Other than my desire to leave this town before its leaders cause its collapse on itself, I'm not typically into trade and gossip Feanor, but the Bronze Brotherhood aren't really the best people to be running Leviathan's Crossing. Come on. Oh, Prince, damn it. Yeah, god damn it. Well, I didn't think there'd be any more thunder for a little while, so I went back and sat in the chair. God damn it. I should have stayed there with her. Yeah, I'll be right back again. time back. I had to take a small break. Points to the east, beyond the river flowing through town. Both of them can be found over there. Oh, come on! As soon as I sit back down on the chair, the goddamn thunder again. God damn it. Now my dog's gonna start whining, and I gotta go back to the damn bed. Shit. With the recent unpleasant events, trade is all but dried up around here. We're lucky to get business at all. The new toll being enforced on the road, town, it's a wonder anyone comes through here anymore. Look for Hutchin and Bronze. Can you tell me where to find them? Of course, it's very simple. Walk straight up there. His stand is in the middle of all the other merchants on the cellar. You can't miss him. Can you tell me anything about this seal? Do I recognize it? One of the other merchants here might. Between us all, there has to be someone who has seen it in their travels. Thank you for your time. My pleasure. Bait binder. Good luck in your endeavors, and may you always have a ring within reach. Salutations. It's difficult to separate fact from superstition when it comes to the edicts. Seems only Hyros knows how it all works. The rest of us are left to live in fear and ponder it all. Kairos' edicts are sort of magic above and beyond even the Archons. I dare say the edicts are stronger than Kairos. There's no evidence Kairos can willingly stop an edict and was set into motion, which is in part why Kairos' edicts seem to have an until or unless clause in their wording. I knew the edict, as powerful as it requires a human voice to complete the casting. Thus the Overlord has people like you to proclaim edicts cast far from the Imperial throne. Magic of Kairos is magic, but the human voice is the final carrier or trigger to complete the magic phenomena. Here's what's most fascinating. As far as you're concerned, there have been dozens of mortal agents have been made to proclaim edicts. 2/3 of them died within a decade, and many gave reports of lingering magic scars from the ordeal. There have also been a handful to resolve or break an edict, these until and unless clauses get fulfilled from time to time. We see a similar pattern in history. Those who resolve an edict often live short lives, and me speak of arcane side effects of their shattered edicts. Here's where you're unique. To the best of my fact-finding, you're the first to proclaim and break the same edict. Whatever your mystical power is involved in the creation and destruction of such magic, you're the first to stand on the terminus of both. Now they know the spires can be awoken. It makes sense that if anything can or would make them wake them from somewhere, and shattered edict is likely the culprit. Yeah. Kairos has other edicts in place throughout the tiers. If you truly wish to learn more, perhaps you should take it upon yourself to shatter those edicts. After all, if Kairos did not wish for the edict to be broken, why include a termination clause? Solicit her advice. Dear Matthews, I appreciate the information. Thank you for sharing. Knowing what you know of my situation, what would you do? Okay. Kills and Shadows. Hmm. Spell strength, magic defense. I'm gonna lose that to at least 0. Do it the same there, but point to her health. Titan. Let's see. Do one with both. Is that that one there, and I'll choose bruise and arm damage. Let's see. Wild Instinct. Select the core sigil before proceeding with that. Alright, assign her with a fireball expression. Enrage Mind. It makes sense you would know something like that. Taunting Jest. Let's see. Her skill lore isn't high enough probably to get most of these. Choose this, Searing Palm. Wait, choose that. Okay. Welcome back, traveler. Let's see. Need to let him know I arrived. To him? Ah, Fatebinder, come to stock up, I see. Something to speak you when I arrived. Shit. No, damn it. No, damn it. No, shit. Shit. Yep, damn it, move. Of course, I received a message mentioning you would be arriving. I'm afraid I don't have much to tell you at the moment, other than the Forge-bound master has arrived and left the Islands crossing. You should probably go to the Forge and find out what's going on. The Forge-bound aren't really on the best of terms. Where's the Forge? The Forge is up on the second tier on the back of the crossing. What are your thoughts on the Bronze Brotherhood? I can say they make decent customers. Just try to stay on their good side, because I've seen how easily they come down on this that step out of line. Chat enough. Let's see. Give out the seal. I'd like to continue a discussion about handover Quill. Must I remind you of the significant risk, which is not about expense. Have you considered that shaking me down could be even more costly? No, I suppose not. You can make my life more difficult in the long run, can't you? If you breathe a word of this to anyone, you'll have lost house seal. I'll denounce you for the liar that you are, but I received instructions that from the Fifth Eye to use handover Quill to deliver iron weapons to Vengeance Well Citadel. I don't question my orders, I just follow through. I don't know anything, and that's the truth. Ah, damn, I should have saved that. later. I don't know what the house seal was. Not sure what a lot of things are in this thing right now. Thank you to anyone who's watching. Crap. Crap, I forgot where he said to go to find this one guy who's supposed to be his representative. That guy, Forge Brown Apprentice. Oh, damn it. I guess I didn't include her when I swiped over everyone earlier. Yeah, you're a good dog. Just calm down. The thunder can't hurt you. You're a big baby. My dog is very scared of thunder. She did not like it. Good girl. Save the game here. Master of the Fate Bender is here. Turn the project. Her lithe body moving fluidly as she walks. She stops before you. Stands solid and sure, but you see she is standing lightly on her feet, ready to move if necessary. Fate Banner, may the fires of the forge never cool. I had hoped our paths would cross. Why have you come to the crossing? An odd question, Fate Banner. When you showed up in the forge, I thought you had been sent to check up on me, as my mission came directly from Tunon. Shouldn't you already know? I was tasked with creating the artifact to protect the forge bound from the Bane. We were delayed too often and lost too many of our own, so it was decreed that something must be done. I created the Mage Bane Helm to keep the Bane at bay. Once the helm was in place, its magic will keep the Bane locked away inside the old walls. Why did you create a helm? Forge Binder crafters of weapons and armor, Fate Binder, not statues and baubles. I make what I know. It's off-portable and can be moved easily or used in battle should protection be needed elsewhere in the future. For the time being, though, it will remain here, protecting the Forge Bound. You have a job to do and cannot do it properly if we're constantly assaulted by outside forces. Whether the Forge Bound stay here if the banner is such a threat. The forest forged in the shadow of the old walls in an area rich with iron. An ample supply of raw material and influence of ancient magics is an acceptable risk. With the helm in place, the bane will no longer be an issue. Why were you tasked to create this item? Couldn't any Forge Bound here do it? All Forge Bound are masters of their craft, but each also has their special talents. The Mage Bane required someone with skill well above those who haven't been practicing as long as I have. Tunon wanted a masterpiece, so he asked the master. I have a request to make of you. Why did you become master of the Forge Bound? Trained at a young age to be a warrior, but never felt any connection to that life, except when I was instructed how to repair my weapons. The fire spoke to me, it sang when I stoked it, and told me when I right to swing my hammer, to achieve the proper shape. I knew it from the first moment that it would be my life. I apprenticed with the Forge Bound and focused exclusively on my craft. Soon my skills were superior to everyone else. I took risks with magic no one else dared to touch, created some of the most powerful artifacts ever to come from the Forge Bound. Kairos recognized my skills and granted me the title of Master of the Forge. That's why Tunon asked me to personally create the artifact to protect it, and I asked for a request to make. Fortunately, I don't have time to entertain your request right now, Fatebinder. I was just on my way to place the helmet. I need to get it set up as soon as possible. The settlers have created a spot on the 3rd tier. If you don't mind, join me in Eladin, and we can speak there. May the silence of peace and the jingling rings both follow you on all things. Okay, I'm running errands to some merchants who are leaving town. Why are people leaving? If I were to be honest, Fatebinder, I'm surprised more people haven't left. Not just the merchants. The current tension in the town between the Brotherhood and Kairos' forces is making Leviathan's crossing a very dangerous place to live. But life outside is even worse, so where would they go? At least the merchants can take their livelihood with them. But the Brotherhood maintaining control of Leviathan's crossing. Kairos' armies have been issuing to take the town from them. At least that is what seems to be happening. For all I know, Narat and Ash might simply want the forge bound. Once they found Iron Eye River, suddenly everyone cared about who had control of the crossing. Okay. Of course, I must go to the spire to make sure everything is ready. I'll meet you there when Zinzia is ready to place the artifact. And I've already tamed the spire. Didn't that kill you? After casting. Need to find this one guy who's supposed to be like the second in command of the crossing. Of a guard or something. Oh, seems like... Oh, my dog wants to go over to the bed. There you go. There you go. Ugh. Don't jump off the bed, damn it. God damn it, fucking dog. What's in here?
Interesting.
Also just a random settler trying to find a certain person. I forgot what the hell they were supposed to be at. The Moonrise District. God, pants. I'm trying to find a certain fucking person. Not exactly sure where they are, because I forgot where the damn person said they were. Damn it, I'm trying to find this one damn place. Just gonna talk to that merchant, I guess. I guess I'll see what's in there. God damn it, I'm trying to find a certain fucking person. Well, I can't go in there. I'm gonna have to look this up. Okay. I gotta find something, damn it. Damn it, I'm trying to figure something out. The hell is he at? Okay. Hmm. See where the hell that is. Looks like it's in a corner with a window. Might be down here. No. Trying to find a place that would match the description in the little picture I'm looking at. pissing me off. I can't find the damn person I'm trying to find. Damn picture it shows that person should be right there. Yeah, screw it, I guess if I need to find it. Oh, if I have to do it, it can be done later. Third tier of the crossing. Well, this would be the third tier, wouldn't it? Everyone needs to go here.
At your service, Fate. What do you need?
Good day, Fate. What do you need?
Fate binder once? Good, yep. And many more. Went to prowl length of old walls during dark of nightfall. Killed many Banes, but could not kill all.
I like talking with her every now and then. I try to talk with all of them, but... Come on, where the hell, how long did it take you to get up here?
Spotted something with sharp eyes.
Good, now the people of Los Irons, let's see. Just gonna have to leave it there. You're just gonna leave it there sitting out in the open? Give me some credit, Faye, but I haven't cast the protection magic on it yet. Before I do that, someone needs to go inside the old walls and ensure everything is working properly. Causes law states that no one is allowed to enter the old walls, but if no one goes inside, we will never know if the helmet is working. I will do this for you. Gain major favor. Thank you, Fatebinder. Your help was invaluable. I just need to know my citizens are safe. Take this as the keystone to enter the old walls. The entrance is directly below us, and good luck. Use the keystone. And in we go. I think I said the Bane are very strong with magic. Forgot I've already been here. I've already sealed the place. What does that do? Doesn't come here. Nothing comes out of the good comes out of the old walls. I've already claimed the tower. The band have escaped.
Destroy them!
Stampede. I'll attack that one.
Ready? Good work.
Pity you won't enjoy this as much as I do.
I think I said they're strong against.
Good work.
Absolutely not.
You know, I have to fucking turn this down. Shit. We will continue to attack that one. You will attack that one.
I feel a bit lightheaded.
God damn it. You'd also use your power against that one. You're going to keep attacking this one.
Count on it.
Fear nothing. Fear nothing. Can taste only blood and tongue. Humans did not see beast woman's miss. Nope, nope.
I'd better not wake up
Shit.
dead.
Shit, I should have been doing that a little bit better.
On it. Will do.
Fuck. Me into bleeding? God damn it.
Will do.
Ah, fuck, I forgot about that.
On it.
chance.
I've been in there before. What the hell? You have to rust at some point. Apparently I'll have to be in a certain area for me to be able to leave or enter.
Sorry, I can't.
Couldn't they ever protect the settlement with an ambler or tower, something that can't be tucked away under your arm and carried away? Mr. Kumla's missing. Yep, yep. Are human trinkets always so easily stolen? Fayebinder, we need your help. Redman took the Mage Bane helmet while you were on the old walls. Said that I tried to stop him and his guards. They started slaughtering everyone. Didn't matter if they were Brotherhood or a townsperson. It's like he's gone crazy. Why is he attacking his own people? We have no clue. It makes no sense. That's why I've come to you. You have to help us talk sense into him. I think I've been nice to the Brotherhood. I'll talk to him and see what I can do. Thank you, Firefighter. He is with Sensor in the center of town. He must be brought to senses before more innocent people die. So he's in the center of town. Looks like there's a dead person there. People are kind of screwed. Save that. Send down, Sir. If you do not let me pass, I will kill you. Just as I have every other pile of shit in this town. Why are you doing this, Redamon? The townsfolk are innocent. You're killing your own men. Have you gone insane? What's your tongue, Stretha? Lest I split it for you. Now you and Willoughby have been plotting against me behind my back. Extreme measures are needed to ensure your plans never come to fruition. Got what I need now. It's time for me to get to work. You'll pay for your insolence, and Kairos will pay for trying to take Lithian's crossing from me. This town belongs to me, and no one else will have it. Plotting against you, Welby and I have done no such thing. We want what is best of the Brotherhood and the crossing. This is our home. You've doomed innocence to a horrible death because your pride won't allow you to let the town go. You must stop. I want you to stay here. I want to stay here as much as you do, but what you're doing is absolute madness. Give me that helmet. Absolutely not. If you expendables have to die for me to get what I need, so be it. It's clear to me that Welby's betrayal has infected you, too. Goodbye, Saretha. Farewell, Saretha. You have served me well. You are no longer needed. Pursue him. Weapons for her. think she just has both of these. Plus her unarmed skills, maybe. Trying to figure some shit out. Well, this here, but it's too late, aren't you? Now I have the Magic Bane and the Forge-bound Master. Nothing can stop me from unleashing the Bane on Leviathan's Crossing. When will this occur? As soon as I free myself and make no mistake, I will free myself. Your blood will join your underlings on my armor. Take more than a hammer to take my head to the hammer to the head, take me down. Coward, using your men as a distraction. You know you are no match for me. And if you excuse me, I have a talent to endanger, so I can save it.
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
Beast woman cannot do as Alpha Box.
I was going to use that.
Absolutely not.
Right.
Stop that!
This isn't working!
Got some interesting items there. There's a damn house that I cannot remember.
Sorry, I can't.
I can't. I set to tell I was supposed to follow him. Pretty sure his house should be right up there, but it's not.
Can't do that.
I don't know where the fuck I'm supposed to be going. I can't leave. Where the fuck am I supposed to be going? Damn it. Trying to piss me off. I cannot figure out where to go. See if there's anything over that way. I don't know where the fuck I'm supposed to go in here. God damn it. Where the fuck am I supposed to go? Thank you for anyone who's watching. I'm trying to find something in this damn town. I have to find Radaman who attacked various people. No, first I have to find Eldian. Talk to him. Except I can't find Eldian's damn house. Oh, it's right here. That's where it was. Oh, no, there it is. Damn, I went around in circles so many times. Let's see. Save it. Fairburn Command has just told the news that the Magebane helm has disappeared. What happened? That Radaman stole the Magebane helm and captured Zedinia. I believe we were finally safe. The celebration planned for its time will not become a wake. Without Zedinia, there's no chance of getting another helm. My friends, please, go back to your homes for now. The Fatebinder has taken care of the invaders. This can't be happening. It just can't. Hey, Fatebinder, come speak to me before you leave the crossing. I have some, let's say, special supplies you'll see. Interested in seeing. Let's see, I have a request upon a request. But I would ask you one more thing of you. Recent attacks was horrific, and there are a lot of folks there in a bit of trouble now. Lahara lost some of her men in the attack. She was stretched thin before it all. I'm sure she's going to need all the help she can get. Let's see. Townsmen missing. Useful to all of them, so if you're in trouble, please ask the townsfolk if they need your help. Alright, to ask is easy, but I know you can help where no one else can't. It's just me. Does anyone think it's a bad idea for them to place a powerful artifact where anyone could get it? Wards or not? Safety of the settlement is all that matters to me. I work from your minds on this Fatebinder. Since you're clearly capable of handling threats, otherworldly or not. See it to it that the old walls remain open to you. The passageway leading to the base of the spiral will be sealed upon your return. If access can help you in any way, please use it. Any idea where you might have taken her? Brother doesn't like to stay in one place for too long, so I can't easily point you to one location. Afraid Haven's full of thick, forested caravan routes. They like to make themselves at home at places like that for days at a time, and then raid your travelers. Their whereabouts they pick up and move. The settlers firing after the attack. Not well, I'm afraid. Let's see. Alright. Let's see. What do you think of the Brotherhood attack? What do you think? Things safe say the right men attacked, or perhaps they're one and the same. I've been around long enough to know how to spot the weeds without straining little crops. The man has always carried a bit of poison inside him, even before Karis kicked the Brotherhood out. Riderman once burned a village to the ground to kill a rival that was hiding there, to help instead of folks. The villagers raised arms against them, but that's a load of pig shit. He did it because he was obsessed with getting vengeance, and never let go of his possessions. This rival wronged him before, so he left no stone unturned until she was dust in the ground. Consequences be damned. But if you... What do you think he took? Captain. Truth be told, the forge bound and the bronze brother never really got along. The iron workers think themselves as artisans and see the brother soldiers as dim-witted thugs. Okay, why are you panting for? Why are you panting? Okay. Seems not all the Brotherhood agree. Further rumblings about that. Word is that their leader is a paranoid sort. He sees conspiracy and betrayal every turn. I've seen a few of his lieutenants come and go. Pretty sure they're not all falling in battle. Tell me if that's the sort of men you're following. How long do you think it'll be before someone else tries to stake a claim? Known some Brotherhood men and women in my time. I've never called them wholesome, but not all of them are arsewipes. To move by Radaman is going to rub some of his folks the wrong way. Other questions? Speak to
Sorry.
that one guy. Go over here and talk to him. No, talk to him. Fatebinder, thank you for coming. I'm sorry we couldn't speak under better circumstances. You said you wanted to see me. This is simply unacceptable. I sent notice to Rat regarding the theft and kidnapping. While I wait a response, you should search for the forge-bound master. If we can recover her, Narat is bound to be more forgiving. Speaking as someone who has dealt with Narat for some time, I recommend you sort out this mess immediately. And after you do, you might want to think about an offering or two to appease the boss. You know that the kind he loves the most fascinating personalities. I can guarantee that he'll want to speak to this Runnerman fellow. Ledian too, come to think of it. The old man's rather attuned to the comings and goings of this place. Better that he shares such wisdom with the voices. Why did you tell him? Because if he ever found out that I withheld information from him, things could turn out very worse for me. Trust me, finding the master before Narat even has time to get mad is only going to handle this with the least amount of death. Least amount of death? Why does that have to be death at all? You're insane. Have you met Narat? Have you been paying attention at all? The man is insane. He kills people just because the sun is shining a certain way. The way to properly handle it is to minimize the reason for him to do damage. Where do I look? I'm not sure. I've heard reports of the Brotherhood hiding inside the old walls, but I don't think you should run headlong to what could be a larger Brotherhood force. They've also recently been seen in the vicinity of Deserters March. Might be a good idea to check out that first. You can see if you can gather any information about the Brotherhood inside the old walls. Nothing much really. Sorry if I can't sell there. I have no reason to go there. The lady will be able to tell you this is his home.
Sorry, I can't.
Go back into this house. What do you want? What can you tell me about Deserters March? It's empty, desolate, and swampy. People don't normally go there, which is why the Brotherhood uses it for travel. There's less chance of running into someone on the road. Radaman is heading anywhere. It's likely to be using the march to get there. See, where can I rest? And have them all go here, then I'll have to rest. I'm gonna get to the top of the tower. See what's going on here. get to the top of the spire.
You look as if you have something on your mind. What can I do for you?
We'll talk later.
One moment, my friend.
What is it you need?
I thought I could use this to add stuff. I thought I was supposed to be able to add stuff to this damn place. Maybe not. I know I can. I'm probably just doing it wrong.
See that? Found something.
Mysterious missive. Let's see. Is that some kind of missive? What the hell was it?
This is interesting.
Okay, I'm gonna head up this way.
Can't do that.
Oh, scared away to the deer.
Sorry, I can't. See that? Sorry, I can't.
Crude map. Accept that there.
Sorry, I can't.
Radaman is a murderer, a thief, and a coward. How can you stand with him? You went too far. Death is inevitable in war, but slaughtering innocent settlers, what possible reason could he have had to kill them? They were regrettable but necessary deaths. Radaman needs the helmet if he wants to keep the Lithians crossing out of Kairos' hands. Necessary to hear what you're saying? That was a slaughter, now the crossing is vulnerable. If the helmet isn't returned, the bane will overwhelm it. Everyone calm down. You're alright, Fatebender. Have your men lower the weapons and I will have my men do the same. Fatebender, I implore you to help us. I want to avoid more bloodshed if possible. If at all possible. Well met, Fatebender. I wish we could speak at length, but we don't have the luxury of time. Right now, the most important thing is to convince Merrick that Radaman doesn't have the enemy's best interest in mind, and his decision will need to be the victor is going to kill us all. Let's see. Why does Radaman want the Forge-bound master? If I only knew, I might have been able to prevent this. Radaman has become increasingly unstable since Kairos' forces tried to take the crossing. Perhaps he means to better arm the Brotherhood. We can always use quality weapons, so getting our head of hold forge-bound iron would be an exciting prospect. I've been stationed at Deserters March for some time now, and I've seen a growing number of Kairos' men in the area. Something is going to happen. It's going to happen soon. I was reporting every sighting to Radaman, telling him it was no longer safe to stay here with all his favorite around. But Radaman wouldn't hear of leaving. It's only a matter of time before they show up in force and kill us, all of us. You know, it seems not everyone in the Brotherhood agrees with his methods. No, we might be mercenaries, but we aren't murderers. Marek is a loyalist, so he follows Radaman's orders without question, no matter how crazy they are. He isn't an evil person, but he just has a hard time thinking for himself and is easily manipulated. You know where I can find him? I have no idea. The other guy probably does, though. Radaman doesn't trust you, Fatebinder. Why should I listen to anything you have to say? Because we can find a peaceful solution. If that were possible, Radaman would have already found a way. But you are welcome to try no matter what's the futile effort. Why are you in the march? Radaman sent me here to retrieve any low soldiers I can find. I assumed that would include Locke, but apparently I was wrong. The penalty for disloyalty is death. If he sent you, you know where he is. Even if I had the information, why would I tell you? Because you're going to tell me where he is, or you're going to... But you need to talk to him. Won't you? You want this all to be over, don't you? Radaman went to the old walls at Twin Rivers. Before you ask, I don't know what he's doing there, but even if you follow him, you won't find him because you don't have the keystone. What's that? You've gotten all the information out of me that I will give Fatebender. Just know that without it, you'll never find him. Fight around him and take the Forge-bound master. I don't ask, I just do. If you need to know what he wanted, he will have to tell you. How can you follow a man who kills his own men so indiscriminately? They must be traitors to the Bronze Brotherhood. Otherwise, Radaman wouldn't have killed them. The minute Radaman killed the traitors, the Brotherhood must have taken a lot of them. You might have a point, Fatebender, but I still don't trust your motives. I am not going to turn over the leader of the Brotherhood on speculation. Do you really believe Radaman is a good leader? Yes, I know everything he does will be good for everyone. We just have to trust him. Locke thinks Radaman is acting in his own self-interest. He wants you to see Radaman for who he really is. Included. Now he's doing what's best for Alliance and Crossing, isn't he? Yes, he must be. He invaded the crossing and attacked everyone, including his own men. We're in the middle of a war, Fatebender. People die. Perhaps they betrayed him. Perhaps they tried to mutiny. We don't know his true motivations. So no, get me anywhere. Let's talk about something else. I don't find talking with cowards nearly satisfying as displaying them. What? We didn't have to fight this out, but if you're determined. Oh no.
Your death awaits! Sounds like that hurts.
Okay, never mind, load that game. Of course, if I attack him, everyone gets in on the fighting. Find a peaceful solution. I don't have any other questions for you, either of you. Have you had any luck convincing Merrick to stop bothering fellow Redman? He's not as sure as Redman as he once was. Merrick, think about what it used to mean to be a brother, what the Brotherhood used to be. The Redman we know would never do these horrible things to his own men. He will die if you keep with him. But he's never helped let us wrong. Look, don't you remember? Nothing could stop us. No one could hold us back. Help us, Merrick. Redman must be stopped any way we can. You gain favor. No. Redman may have his flaws, but I am a failure as a soldier if I don't follow my leadership, regardless of shortcoming. I am sorry, brother, but the price of betrayal is death.
To battle!
You choose no, it's no.
Do I look like I want to?
Wait my signal.
Well, that did nothing, except tick them off.
Attack you. Attack this guy. Or whoever.
Not happening.
I had hoped to avoid the bloodshed. He didn't need to die. There's no other way this could have ended. Redman needs to pay for what he's done to his people. If you want to fight Redman, search Merrick. If anyone knows where that man has gone, he would. Keystone. Bronze without armor, heavy armor. That's one of the keystones Redman used into the old walls at Twin Rivers. Merrick has a keystone. Redman must be there. What are your plans now? No clue. Still, I don't know. We will speak once again. To Twin Rivers. Have kills and shadow hunt it. Not Manabarn. I'm not game gills and shadows. Do not swim splash for food. Hunt it. Look down the slim fish they pay you no mind. Catch one with a lure. While no fisherman you know thing or two about redfish feeding happens from your studies in the natural world. You thread and tie off a needle before bending it to a rough hook, then push it through the fatty thorax of a carrot beetle. You wait by the shore, spying out a likely target, then lower the carrot beetle into the water. Surely enough, the fish swallow's index hole. With a sharp yank, you set the hook and pulled the heavy catch onto the water. And it counted. Two non-favor one. Dear Jesse, based on what you told me, it seems to stretch to believe that these events are mere coincidence or circumstances. Kairos' edict of execution was a setup for someone to claim Ascension Hall. To think that Kairos did not know what would happen is a massive underestimation of the Overlord's long view. You have been thrust into the arena of the mighty. Your options are retreat into the obscurity, suicide, or rising to the occasion. I suggest the third option. If I were you, I would use my connection to the Spires to see if they will awaken to my presence. Every Tearsman sees the Spires as on the horizon. They know you are the master of the Spires. They will see you each time you look to the sunrise. They look to the sunrise or sunset. Foster a reputation for power. Make others fear you. This is what I've seen Kairos and every living Archon do it for as long as I've lived, and there's a reason for this. There's a practical case that power and reputation insulate you from threats, but there's the lesser-known element that I can't prove, but I know in my heart to be true. The fear and love of others will strengthen your magic. This last part I've inferred from my discussions with Blood and Mark. The few times he has spoken of his gruesome work of slaying those who might rise to threaten the Overlord, he has hinted that it's easier to kill the rogue elements before they become famed, fearsome. In my lifetime, I saw Graven Ash change from an unknown militiaman to a fearsome general. I can assure you, he did not have the power to shield his warriors in those days, but he was without title or reputation. The Archons will never, ever discuss the origin of their power, because such knowledge might be used against them. But I have known all the Archons to be obsessed with the presentation of power. Your connection to this Spire will all but guarantee the Archons will want to control and destroy you. It's a question of when, not if. Start thinking and acting like an Archon. As far as I'm concerned, you are an Archon. The Archon of the Spires. We are quick to place labels on powers, and we usually spot. History is complete with Archons of fire and ice. It's foolish to think there must be a word for a thing before an Archon can control it. Other way around. The Archons show us what is possible, and we must step to their dance. Where I put the killings. Send it. Inquire about Kairos' wrath. Send it. Ask about the Archons and how they risen to power. Send it. And this might be a good place for me to save it. Stop for now. Let me see something.
Fate Binder wants beast good, yep. And many was fun for.
Good day, Fate Binder. What do you need?
At your service. What do you need?
Talking later. Oh no. Help us before they kill us all. To arms, calm yourself and explain. They swarmed us from every direction. The first brother, Redeman, he entered the old walls, and shortly after the Bane swarmed us.
On it.
Come at me, grave meat.
It'll take more than that.
nothing. Felt nothing.
Yeah, I think it's probably best for me to stop for now. Let's see. How am I gonna host? I'm gonna get host to Joshua JJB2.